like spitting with him every day, you know, to any beats that we could find. And you know, that led up to the point to where when my uncle and his boy started T.R.U.T.H, I had said, you know, I was really liking what they were playing and everything like that, and I would spit, and they invited me to be on a track, and that was when I became a recording artist. That was like 2006. I was like 16. Recorded a verse for them on a song called "When I Like It," real tight jam, and from there, you know, just kept spitting and spitting, and like that was where I started to remember when I was a kid, like that feeling that I would get, that I got. You know, it was just literally like the first memory that I have is me standing there and feeling something telling me that I was going to be a great person one day, and that it was going to be a humongous responsibility and I needed to prepare for it. And like all those feelings came like flooding back to me around that age, and I was like, oh shit, this must be the thing that I need to do. Because basically hip-hop, you know, you can't put a message inside of hip-hop. It doesn't, you know, a lot of rap music doesn't have a lot of a message sometimes these days, but it's the most engaged form of music out there. Basically, it's, you know, it's just as popular as pop music. And so I was like, man, this must be what I need to do. Like, this is my calling, I guess. And so I, you know, kept spitting. I did my first performance with T.R.U.T.H around, you know, a few months after we recorded the track. Went out to Vegas with my family the next morning, my dad and my grandmother and my cousin Esteban. But yeah, I created my my signature out there, you know. And then I started feeling like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, right? Like, I'm around 16 years old. So we kept spinning, you know, living life, getting into shit, and not really taking it very seriously. Like I said, like, you know, I had some, I used to make beats, you know, I had this, like, kind of, like, sample pad. I'd throw together beats and shit. And, had a keyboard, wrote the beat to the original version of Last Night. Last Night's on a record that I put out called Substance Abuse. That's dedicated to my boy Andrew, MC Money, because he was the one that came up with all the ideas for the beats. And, you know, unfortunately, we weren't really talking when he passed, and he was, you know, I owed him some money for the beats and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm just trying to keep his memory alive with that record, you know, because it was kind of like his baby and things that, you know, the ideas for the beats were all his. And so I tried to do as well as I possibly could writing the lyrics for the album, and, you know, the concept being something that I think that is important to address, you know what I'm saying? Check out the record if y'all feel like it. But yeah, so, you know, 16 to 18, just still spitting, you know, off the top, not really like kind of like making tracks or anything like that, just spitting still. And in 2008, I moved away, met a good friend of mine named Tony Rossetti. What's good, bro? Yeah, so traveled around with him a little bit, a couple months. We, you know, went and hit a couple cities and stuff like that, just traveling, like touring around, just having fun and shit. He's a mean motherfucking tattoo artist, does tattoos for, you know, the greats, you know, Ozzy Osbourne, Marilyn Manson, you know, fucking always hitting me up talking about why you missing out and shit. Anyway, but yeah, so 18, you know, still just spitting, have a couple of songs like constructed, and come back to Albuquerque. You know, I met him in Columbus, Ohio. I moved away to Columbus, Ohio, and like kind of set a foundation out there. Columbus, Ohio is like our home away from home. You know, amongst many others, we have, you know, started to be accepted a lot of places these days, and we're, you know, very grateful for all the family that we have. You know what I'm saying? We call our fans loved ones, because we want every show to be like a family reunion. You know what I'm saying? But you know, 2008, you know, I start to record music for my, I guess, the first demo that we put out. You know what I'm saying? Just titled Truth Volume 1. And you know, it has songs like Out of My Mind, Where Do I Begin, My Soul. My Soul is something that I'm actually going to re-release on another beat real soon. My uncle had produced those beats. My uncle Bobby from Cultura Fuerte. He excuse me. He produced those beats, and so we laced up a couple records. He helped me record a couple of the first records that I put out on the demo. And at first it was like 4 tracks. You know what I'm saying? It was just Out of My Mind, My Soul. Man, I did start working with another group of cats that were going by the name T.R.U.T.H. I'm pretty sure they still go by T.R.U.T.H. And so we recorded some records over there with them too. We recorded Where Do I Begin, which me and my boy Ed are both on. It was funny. I kind of had to like fight him tooth and nail to get on that track, and it resulted in some good shit. But yeah, you know, dropped the first demo 2008, array of different songs. What's another one my uncle recorded for us? Ain't No Thing. Ain't No Thing was a dope little party jam that we had. But yeah, shout out, you know, my boy Andre. He was on that one with me. So yeah, put out the first demo 2008. Started rocking shows solo. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy Medic, or AKA nowadays Alafat. You know what I'm saying? He's a EDM producer slash, you know, DJ. So I met him through a good buddy of mine named Lou Johnson, who was really tearing up the like house and raves, you know, the house scene out here in fucking Albuquerque, New Mexico. Ooh, yep, that's where we from, born and raised. So yeah, he's tearing it up out here. Introduces me to Alafat. Cat puts me on a festival he put together called Vibe Fest. That was my first performance as a solo artist. In the middle of a field, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was cool. I love festivals. It was a super dope experience.